All right. Welcome back. Now, let me ask y'all something. When you think of the word pet, or when you hear the word pet, what do you think of? Instantly. What instantly pops into your head? When you read the word pet or when you hear the word pet? I don't know about you, but for me, I think of the equivalent of toy. To me, a pet and a toy is essentially the same. It's something purely for entertainment, to help enhance day-to-day life. Some people have fish. What do you do with fish? You look at it. Some pets you just look at. You're not rubbing, you're not stroking on it. Some people know I owned a tarantula. I did not rub or stroke. I didn't even take this thing out of the enclosure. Pets, like toys, are supposed to be harmless, especially when they are marketed to young people. Wouldn't you agree? Isn't that the moral thing to say? It should be harmless. At least, let me rephrase that. At least if they're marketed to young people. Ask yourself what happens with pets. Why do so-called pets slip through the cracks? More specifically, dogs. Because you know what? I was thinking about this earlier today. If suddenly gerbils became deadly, I believe they'd be banned. If we heard of 10 cases tomorrow of people's pet hamsters or gerbils killed them in their sleep, I believe they would be banned. I seriously believe any other so-called pet would be banned, but not dogs. Because what is the word dog backwards? That's the difference. Now, I know this took place in India, but listen to the story. Pet Rottweiler, the choice of words here. Pet Rottweiler attacks girl, damage her vocal cords. A Rottweiler pet dog attacked a 12-year-old 3 days ago. Bit her neck, which severed a vein and injured her vocal cords. The incident happened 3 days ago while the girl was reading a textbook at home. The girl's mother intervened in the attack and saved her daughter's life by rushing her to the hospital. The incident occurred when the dog was sitting opposite the girl on a sofa, and a paper fell near him. The dog reacted suddenly by leaping and biting the girl's neck. Now let's stop right there. Isn't this a crazy history that dog owners are carving out for themselves, where history is recording them owning so-called pets like this? It's crazy how This is public information. This so-called pet might kill you if a paper falls, a sheet of paper, if you sneeze, if you cough. Okay, I mean, we can't control wild beasts, but it's a different story if I still agree to keep it as a pet. Now, once I co-sign with this thing as a pet and I still make the decision, that's all on me now. So dog lovers, it's all on you. You can blame the lawmakers a little bit, but for you to be crazy enough, and they are all aware of this, if you ask me. This is the internet age. Y'all can't play dumb anymore. See, if you ask me, the internet age made a lot of things impossible that used to be possible. Before the internet age, you could probably be seriously or chronically ignorant of how often these attacks occur. Not with the internet. I don't care if you've been living under a rock. We are a good 24 years deep in the internet world. All of you have heard the stories where people's dogs have turned on them. Everybody. You all just want to be hardcore. Hey, knock yourselves out. I don't want to hear the sob stories about how you never knew there was an issue once it ripped your face off. Her mother immediately managed to pull her daughter away from the dog. Seeing the seriousness of the situation, she took the girl to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctor performed 2-hour surgery to repair the damage. Surgery saved the girl's life, but her abilities to speak may take considerable time to recover due to the severity of her injuries. Yeah, I bet. Now, this was India, and I think it's relevant because this was not a stray. This was a pet dog. Now in India, you'd think y'all would know better. You see the daily examples of how aggressive these things are. And you want to get one as a pet? A Rottweiler at that? I thought these things were banned over there. Goes to show how effective bans are. My goodness. The doctor explained that the dog's bite resulted in emphysema due to the rupture of a vein alongside the girl's vocal cords. Now, let me do this for the sake of this video. That's chronic lung disease caused by the gradual destruction of lung tissue and enlargement of air spaces in the lungs. Wow. Chronic lung disease. The dog's bite resulted in chronic lung disease. How deep is that? So, the dog attack caused the tissue of her lungs to die. Sort of like sepsis on the lungs, I guess. He emphasized the critical nature of the injuries, noting that if an artery had been affected, the outcome could have been fatal. Rottweilers banned in 18 countries worldwide, and people still keep them as pets. What a crazy world these people have created here.
Local First starts now.
Good evening, I'm Chris Welty. Thanks for choosing Fox 8 News at 10. Tonight, a 4-month-old is fighting for his life after a dog attack in Jefferson Parish. The Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office says the dog is an American bully. The attack happened just before 1 o'clock this afternoon on 10th Street in Bridge City. Sheriff Joe Lapinto says the 4-month-old was in a carrier when his family visited a relative's house. The sheriff's department says once the carrier was placed on the ground, the dog immediately attacked the infant, and a family member had to pull the dog off the young boy. The 4-month-old was rushed to the hospital with a fractured skull and cuts. Neighbors tell Fox 8 the scene was horrific, and they are praying for the boy and his family.
God can make miracles. He sure can. And that's my prayer, a miracle, that that baby will be able to grow up and be a testimony, and be able to say he's a miracle, that he survived.
Oh my goodness. What is she talking about? Does anybody know what she's talking about?
Fox 8. Boy, the 4-month-old, the dog immediately attacked the infant, and a family member had to pull the dog off the young boy. The 4-month-old was rushed to the hospital with a fractured skull and cuts. Neighbors tell Fox 8 the scene was horrific, and they are praying for the boy and his family.
God can make miracles. He sure can. And that's my prayer, a miracle, that that baby will be able to grow up and be a testimony, and be able to say he's a miracle, that he survived.
What if he get attacked again? Oops. Oops. Didn't think of that, did you? He's a miracle. So sad. There's no awakening. You know, she could have said that I hope this problem with the most popular pet in the United States can get resolved, because these stories happen too often. People are still unrealistic about dog attacks in a dangerous way. It's in a way where they give it a pardon, right? After a severe injury, the discussion is not about what do we do about the cause, what caused the injury. The discussion is about how we'll have a chance to tell a story about how we're a miracle. It'll be about, having a story to tell. Well, I was almost killed by someone's pet, by someone's toy. By someone's source of emotional comfort. I mean, seriously, why are people so unrealistic?
He sure can.
For the boy and his family.
God can make miracles. He sure can. And that's my prayer, a miracle, that that baby will be able to grow up and be a testimony, and be able to say he's a miracle.
I've always been a fan of Hollywood movies, even though that's a very demonic industry. We all look at movies as fake, fantasy land. But if this were a movie, everybody would be in shock to find out that the same thing that would cause something like this is in the home of 65% of homes in America. Like, oh no, we're all in danger. Get these so-called pets out of your home immediately. Right? It's like a horror movie. The call is coming from inside your home. It should be an awakening, a mass awakening throughout the public that there is a threat inside your home. Your family is not safe. You thought they were, they're not. A sheet of paper could fall. It's that easy. Where is the awakening? No matter how horrific the stories or how often they surface, these people stay stuck in this stupor. Here in the United States is the worst. They're the most oblivious. Have y'all noticed that? Here in the States, people seem so soulless. It's creepy. Creepy stuff. Oh my goodness. Did y'all hear about that person who threw dog feces at someone? They say that this was an anti-Semitic attack. But why would you pick up dog excrement? You must not be that educated on dog excrement. Right? You must be one of those people. And, you know, I have to accept the fact some people don't use the internet. Wow. Wow. Just walking around with excrement, dog excrement, huh? Real smart. And I guess yesterday, this video went viral. You always have videos going viral over there in India. I feel worse, like people in India, if they were to wake up, you know, if there are any of us over there, they have the worst life. I would hate to wake up to the truth about dogs and live in India or anywhere like Turkey. Yusuf Mamba, I don't know how he does it. How can you be, you know, enlightened? How can you be among us and still live somewhere like this? Must be tough, but hey, that means you're extra tough. So shout out to you, keep your head up. But this lady, she looked like she managed to avoid damage. Again, this video surfaced, I think like a day ago and went viral in India. And even though she didn't get hurt, or at least I don't think she did, maybe she did. It's good that they deal with it as if it's an actual attack. And here's the thing, here's my thing. Where were these people during this? Because this took place for a long time. She was waving these dogs off. The footage is longer than this. At least I thought it was. Like they didn't hear her. She falls. It's like nobody's there. It's an empty city. They couldn't hear nothing. Now, hey, maybe this is a dead part of town. I'm not from India, but my goodness. She wasn't screaming. Help. She wasn't saying help in India. Or Hindi. I don't know. Sanskrit. What do they speak over there? I don't know what they speak. But a guy happened to ride by on a moped And he really didn't even help. The dogs just left her alone. Then out of nowhere, some joker comes running. I mean, really after the dogs had already scattered. All right, buddy. All right, tough guy. What a tough place to live, man. Like, they should have high-tech weapons over there for scenarios like this. You know what I'm saying? Like mini cannons, lasers, you know, ability to zap multiple dogs consecutively. They need help, man. It's sad. That is crazy. And to think there are dog lovers over there who feed these things. What's going on? I don't know. Did y'all catch those videos I uploaded? What was it? Earlier today? That nutter let that dog on that bus. I'm still upset about that. Like, that's where this sense of entitlement, if you let it fester, that's what it leads to. They think they can bring, and one that's a stray, and immediately put everybody in the bus. If that dog who would have attacked somebody, oh my goodness. Say it ain't so. She said she recognized that it was a puppy, and that was why she, a lady, letting them into restaurants, stores, letting them into apartment complexes, all this privileged treatment that they receive, it makes them do stuff like this. Why not? We can do everything else or anything else we want to do. Just let a stray pit bull. And somebody asked, was there people on the bus? Yes. Y'all didn't see them? What did I do with those videos, man? Did I share them? Let's take a look at that. That just about gave me a heart attack. Here it is. I think this is the one I made, though. I want to go to the actual one, because this woman is a piece of work. And MSN, y'all people, look. MSN, y'all sharing this in connection with USA Today. The highest media outlets sharing this. Wow. This ain't no hole in the wall mom and pop's media outlet. That is crazy to me. Wow. So this is a huge agenda, man. The dog agenda is real. Look at who promotes this stuff. Man, I'm telling you. Wow. She is lucky. You see those people? All right there. Got their face blurred out and somebody's right here. Could you imagine? Sitting on a bus and the driver lets a random stray pit bull on it, knowing that the thing is going to go right back towards you, which is what it did. Wow. And of course, that was just the start. Can you believe she let it up on the seat? And did y'all see how close she held her face next to it? They tell you, never do that. They take it as a challenge when you do that. When you put your stupid face up to their face. That's what they do when they challenge each other. Right before a fight, they face each other like that. And she does that, exactly that, starts rubbing it. How ignorant. How ignorant. And it faces her. How ignorant. So irresponsible. My goodness. We can't let irresponsible, crazy people run the world. This is insane. Wow. You know, it would have been crazy enough if she let it into her personal vehicle while she was the only one in there. That would have been crazy enough for me to do a video on it. This was crazier than that. And the real crime is the fact that she did not lose her job. She's being praised. And Microsoft and USA Today is promoting it. That's the real crime. Shame on all of you. It's about 50 people in here on a Sunday night. Y'all know y'all at work in the morning. What are you doing? Y'all go to bed. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this live stream. And I hope you can join me on the next as we continue with this crusade.